You know what I mean? Like I just kind of like figured out the whole loop and just figured out how to sell mixtapes, how to sell merchandise. I used to make the merchandise in my house, and I still make the merchandise in my house to this day. You know what I mean? And just able to put out the mixtapes and do the graphics and all this crazy shit for the mixtapes and just keep shit current. You know what I'm saying? And real quick, my staff, I had Karen Civil.
Yes, you did.
I had
yeah, Karen.
Yeah,
I was an intern, baby
I got
boo.
Karen Civil. You know what I mean? I had. Listen, I had
Unkasa girlfriend. That's who you was, boo.
Oh my God! I had
about Duke. This ain't about this. This is personal. You know what I'm saying? I watched the interview, dope interview. Like I said, salute the Duke, salute the JR, salute the Hell Rel, salute the Jim Jones. I love his podcast. Let's wrap it out. Mano, Jim, Fab, my brother East, love you. I fuck with everything niggas do, right? Excuse my language. I was watching the artist. Interview with the diplomats, and I heard Jim say, "No, if you want something to say, I know you ain't gonna invite me to artist, because niggas don't really mess with me like that. Don't know why. Never did nothing to nobody. Always rep. Got this shit tatted on my my arm. Got my plaque on my wall. My chain even saying diplomats the day the album came out. All that. Check this. Yo, Jim, what's been a problem with me and you, bro? Always looked up to you, always admired you. Why you always been hating on me? Why you always shit on me? Why you never fucked with me like that? And I always been a little bro, repping the flag, making sure I rep properly, not making niggas look bad. Always put in my work. I always put in my work. Always put in my work. When I couldn't eat off the diplomat plate, we went and created Purple City. Shout out to my big brother Shice Bub. Congratulations to VP A&R at Baby Grand. Shout out. Salute. Boss moves for 2026. But Jim, why you always hated on me, bro? Why you always shitted on me, bro? You said if anybody want to say something to you, you might have did things wrong, and then well, I'm gonna let you know I always love you, but I'm gonna state things that you did to me and said to me over the 24 years I've known you. Right? Take a shot at me on your show. Like I said, even when I did shout out the Gap Murder, when I did the location, I said Jim never fuck with me. That wasn't malicious. I just said you never fuck with me on a level. You never embraced me like you embraced the other artist that was down with the set, right? So, y'all took a funny style shot at me. I ain't gonna say you took a funny style shot at me through somebody trying to make me the butt of a joke of somebody I haven't spoken to in 2 decades. Me and Karen ain't have a relationship in over 2 decades, 20 years. The last time I seen Karen, my little brother was like 4 or 5 years old. My little brother's like 23 now, 24. And the only reason y'all taking a shot at her because she's working with Max B.
What's going on with the world? It's your boy Mouse. So the clips that you just saw, um, it was from the recent episode Artist to Artist on Jim Jones podcast. He was interviewing Hell Rel, J.R. Ryder, and Duke the God. And the second clip is the boy Unkasa responding to, a slick shot that Jim took at him far as on the Artist to Artist episode. And a lot of people were saying that, he's bugging or feel like he's tripping. It's not that deep. But, Unkasa has gone on record on different podcasts and different platforms speaking about, the relationship between him and Jim and how Jim don't really mess with him like that. And honestly, I feel where he's coming from because, I've had that happen to me, especially with family members. You got people who will say some hateful stuff in a joking manner, and thinking that you're supposed to laugh with it or thinking like you're not supposed to take it seriously. So I don't blame him for, speaking this piece. Now, if you want to watch his whole video is on his channel right now. It's like almost an hour long, where he broke down the different situations where Jim continued to show him that he don't really mess with him like that. The things he's said to him and just the way he's moved, they move towards Unkasa, like the stuff that he's done towards him. And it's like, man, it's as the older I've gotten and the more time passes by, it's like the more you start to realize a lot of the rappers that you used to listen to during your teens and your 20s and on up. And it's like the more they show how lame they are. And that's just honestly speaking, man. But it's just, I don't think Uncasa's tripping. Like I said, people say some little hateful stuff in a joking way. Like hide it behind the joke.